Between Davido and Burna, who do you think steal attention most?
Still attention.
Yes.
David now. Now the world is beginning to catch up and say, wow, yes, David is a good artist. I mean, David goes heavy on promotion. You understand what I'm saying? That helps a lot. Don't get it twisted. But if you listen to Omalay's first verse, I feel like Omalay should have laid another verse on that song. I feel, right, that song, Without You, on that Davido album 5, it's gonna be one of, if not, Davido's biggest song to date from 5 years from now, 10 years.
All right. My name is Oyeban Jenkins, and this is CTDA, and we are on this particular episode, and I just want to tell you it's going to be a different one. I would say it's more like a backup to what we've talked about in the past, but it's a mixture of something new. And before we go into that, I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing it with no other person that you guys have known with me. Big V, how you doing?
Ade. What's up, everybody? How we doing today?
Yeah, we're doing great.
All right, so what are we talking about, my G?
We're talking about that one song that you play in my ears that I don't believe that you're playing it, and you sing it so much that I have to ask myself, what's going on?
All right.
It's nothing about more than talking about Davido's album, and that one song that becomes, for me, I review about the album saying they should put more attention into it. And, you know, before it becomes this, me and you have talked about it. So we're bringing it to our fans, to our audience to go into it. What is about Davido that you see from his album before you now go to the Omalay?
I like the album. I mean, I won't say I like the album. Actually, I rate the album like 6 out of 10. Okay. 6 out of 10. To me, I think it was just okay. Timeless was way better, you know. Way better than this.
Are you talking about because of the features or because of his
just
own
the
work?
song in general? Both
The
features,
body,
the whole thing. The features, the everything about the song. I just don't like it. I think it's not David standard. Not really. The only song actually.
But now
let's go back to that. My bots.
Yes, now your
that
bots now.
Song,
that
right? Without You, with Omalay, right?
Sing it now, sing it.
No. Now
I beg now,
bro, this place go shock. This is earthquake.
Just give it like, you know that you sing that thing too much, man. Yes, man. I find it
Baba,
you know you are Burna fanatic. I never
but see, you gotta understand something now, right? I understand.
What is that thing? That's what I want. You know, you genuinely talking good about.
No, because you know, I don't mean to cut you off, right? I'm gonna just tell you, right? Straight up. I listened to the album the first day the album dropped, right? The first day the album dropped, and I sent my group chat, my family group chat, to my bro, like, yo, this song, and I told my sister, my bro, like, this song is gonna be the song that everybody's gonna be playing. They're like, nah. They were going off, like, nah, what are you talking about? I don't like it. It sounds. I was like, it's all hype. I'm like, bro, there's hype, and there's certain songs that you just know this is a hit instantly. That was a hit. Without You, with Omalay, was a hit, instant hit. Once you listen to it, first take, right? I went back and I said, wow, because if you listen to the beats, it's totally different from every track.
What is that
in
thing
there.
you see in that song?
I see the thing I see in that song is Omalay. Number one, right?
Don't go into the Omalay part yet.
Okay.
There's a reason.
There's nothing.
Because I see question I want to ask you about Davido. That's what I'm saying. Don't go into.
Okay.
That Omalay one is deep. That you share some things. You know. I don't want you to go into that. Yet.
All right.
So let's pause on the Omalay part.
Okay.
What do you think that Davido needs to work on? I'm gonna say that because of this. You know, before this particular episode we're recording, there's a video about him crying to his manager. Yeah.
Okay.
What is your take? Do you think it's still because of selling the album? Do you think he's in the mood of just appreciating what the manager is doing? Because, you know, when you look at it from a masculine part, why would he cry? I think that's what people are saying online. What is your own take about him crying, his managers, is the album, and coming back to now the Omalay thing again? But we'll go from there.
Okay, let's take one question at a time, right?
Yeah, my name is Oyebanji Akins, and this is CTD Media, and we're here to talk to you about one thing that is so new that I'm sure it's not new to you. And what is that? It is bringing your business to us. What is that business you have? Maybe you're a podcaster, maybe you're a musician, maybe you're into marketing and anything you got going on. We can help you to bring your business to our audience. And if you want to talk, maybe you would like to have yourself on our podcast, you could definitely reach out to us.
I'm going to come back to the album and my take on that. Now, you're talking about why he's crying. I mean,
What is your view? I'm not saying why he's crying.
Oh,
I'm just
okay,
saying
okay.
your
My view about
saying-
my opinion. I just feel like David like attention. You know, that's one. He likes to everywhere he goes, he wants to steal that spotlight somehow, some way. It's either he's doing it intentional or he's not doing it intentional. Is it on or he's? I don't care. But whatever way he tries.
That's how you see him.
That's how I say. That's my opinion, right?
You don't think he's using
However,
that to sell his song?
I don't.
It's
His
artistic?
album, like,
it's artistic.
not
way?
really. He ain't got nothing. He wasn't doing nothing. Like that's his manager. So he's just there to show support. He was there for him. He's been with him for how many long? He's just there to show support. So the crying part about everybody's going, why is he crying? I mean, people show emotions differently. I can't tell a man. It's like I can't tell you how you're in pain, right? I can't tell you no, you shouldn't be in pain. How you gonna tell me how to be in pain? You get what I'm trying to say? Pain is subjective. You understand what I'm saying? It's not objective. It is subjective. So you can't tell a man how to like pursue his emotion. You can't just tell anybody that. You understand what I'm saying? So if at that moment, if he feels he wants to cry and let go, and this notion that men shouldn't cry and all that stuff, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like let your emotion flow. Let it speak through whatever way you want to let it go, let it go. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, in a more positive way. And I feel like crying is kind of like positive because with men, we don't have to. That's bullshit. But anyway, him crying on that day, that's how he let go. But I also feel like
It's the bot I want to get from you.
also, okay, thank you.
bot.
That bot in there, I just feel it's not the right place for you to. There's always, you could say your speech, go somewhere else and cry. Or go to the back and cry. But in front of the camera to do that, I just don't. I feel like it's kind of like, to me, because I already know he wants to always steal attention, I kind of feel like that's not a place for it. But I can also tell you a place to show your emotion, though.
I'm about to
In between. So that my bot is.
I want to drag
50-50.
what is not supposed to be done, but
Okay.
I want to drag between Davido and Burna. Who do you think steal attention most?
Still attention.
Yes.
David now.
So to you think Davido steal attention more than
When you
Burna?
talk still attention, what exactly are you talking
So
about?
the still attention go back to this. You said Davido want to take out the spotlight. The one thing that will make any artist want to take the spotlight is because they believe they are the artists that are supposed to be taking the spotlight.
Not
No,
necessarily.
not all artists do that.
No,
But you're
no,
saying
artists
Davido
necessarily.
does it.
He and remember I said it intentionally and unintentionally.
No, I'm not
Sometimes
talking
it's
about
not
that one scene of crying now. Let's
Oh,
leave
in
the crying.
general. Yeah.
general. So I'm
Sometimes
using
he
in
does that,
general,
right?
and I said, do you think between Burna and Davido, who do you think want to always steal the spotlight? As in the artistic part, not their personal world. I'm talking about. Remember the reason why we're talking about Davido is because he's an artist.
Okay, of course.
Don't forget that. So
yeah.
I'm now bringing back what you said. The reason why you even say like you love to steal the spotlight, I believe because an artist. That's why you're saying that. Or you're saying about his personality in
It's
general.
not personality, yeah. It's nothing to do with, yeah, just his personality. You know, not got anything to do with no. His personality.
Oh.
That's what
So
I'm saying.
now my
Right,
question
right.
is now. So you don't think when it comes to, or you generalize it?
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
it's different. Me, I was
Yes.
asking in terms of the artistic part of them. Like,
Oh
do you
no,
think-
no.
So you don't think Burna used to steal the spotlight?
That's not his personality. He
You
might
don't?
No. You know,
So you don't
he's
think-
not, he,
so let me ask you
otherwise
this.
you see him in
Let me ask you this.
any kind of interviews, right?
So then let me ask you this. Burna is so big, he doesn't have to do interview. He know how to control the crowd a little bit now. Internet, he know how to do it.
But why are we talking about Burna now?
There's a place I'm going with branch.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about music in general.
uh-huh.
No.
Right.
I'm giving you my view.
Okay.
You giving me your view. I'm going by my own view.
Okay.
We're talking about artists now. Davido is an artist in Nigeria.
Okay.
I'm intentionally bringing Burna because I know Burna does the same thing talking about Davido. I'm not a fan of anybody of them.
Absolutely.
I'm just
I know.
sharing my
Right,
own
right.
view.
Okay.
So it's a
Why you don't
trajectory for
mention
me.
Wizkid?
Because whiskey does not. Whiskey does
I'm just-
not. No, it's good. I will mention
Why
it because
you
it's
don't-
good. It's good.
Why you don't mention
let's
Brema?
drag this. Let's drag this. I like this. You know
Why you
what's
You're not
But I like this. So
Right, right.
let me do it this way.
Right,
It will make
okay.
sense. For me,
You're right.
personally, if I'm to say it, Olamide does not know how to steal spotlight, but he talk it in his music if you listen to him. When it comes to Wizkid will put it in verse.
Okay.
He does not know how to steal spotlight. David don't know how to do it a lot.
correct.
So I'm not saying you're wrong.
No, even this is my opinion now.
Yeah, no.
What are they wrong?
So
No,
me,
you're right.
if I now look it deep, I
Uh-huh.
would say Burna too is doing it.
And if you're a sponsor that believe in this kind of a business to push us more, you could definitely reach out to us too, and we can promise you we'll definitely get your business out. We always have our episode being dropped on Friday, and except from that, we have our blog, we have our news, we have a lot of connection in terms of putting your business out. And if you want us to handle your management, you can reach out to us too.
Okay.
I'll give you fact and evidence of his Burna own. Davido have his own a lot self, so I'm not going to go into that.
Right.
So now that in my own way, I think Olamide might be start doing it now.
Okay.
Trying to like use the spotlight because they have to use it. That's what I'm saying. Artistic part of them, like being an artist is It's something I think they need to do.
Artistic part, 100%. I know any artist should do it as an artist.
So
but personality
not all artists are doing it.
That's a whole different topic.
So let's come back to Davido.
That's a whole different.
So let's I touched that because I know
right. No,
I intentionally went to that.
Absolutely.
The reason is this: Davido have his own fan base. It's a conversation that they want to bring up.
Right.
So I know they will look at you as a Burna fan. That's why I ask you to clear yourself now.
And let me let the world know.
Okay, now
let me.
So you get where I'm going to.
I'm an Afrobeat head, meaning I don't care who is born out. You got a good song. You're a good artist. You know how to sing. You could. In Afrobeats, bro, I'll fuck with your song heavy. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna pick. I just know he's the greatest at what everybody else.
But then
is
you're
doing.
dodging the Burna.
No, I'm not.
Because you don't answer the question. So do you think Burna is using the same spotlight like Davido? Yes or no?
What do you mean?
Do you think
spotlight like
for when? Okay, for example, like when what's this the guy that sings in Igbo? You know his name? I don't know. Speed Darlington.
Okay.
When Speed Darlington was doing what he did, because respectfully, I'm not going to go into it professionally. Right. When Speed Darlington was doing what he was doing for Burna did not respond. Did not respond to that.
Okay, yeah.
But when the Lambo happened, he responded. Are you telling me that's not still in the spotlight? Leave that. Don't answer me. I don't want you to answer me. No. That's why I want to do that for you. Now, back to the Davido part.
You don't say if I answer you.
No.
First of all, I have to answer you.
No.
I have to.
Okay, we'll be unfair. Oh yeah, answer me.
I have to answer you.
Oh yeah, answer me.
Every artist, you have to
I want to see how you want to reply me on this.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. Come, Papa.
Give me your answer now. You're about to be born now. Right. Give me that.
Every artist have to know when it's time to take your artistry to another level. You have to see an opportunity and know this opportunity is going to yield to something greater. That who be speaking? Who cares about him? Like there's nothing to sing about. As you don't want to keep him relevant. So you
that opportunity that Lambo is important to talk about.
Because it is important to talk about. Lambo. It was bigger. It was big.
The story behind the Lambo, Big V.
It has an audio. You get what I'm saying? It's different. You understand what I'm saying? His name is mentioned in like this is more real than talking about say this one I've DDD. Nobody get evidence for PDD Pata, but the evidence, right? It looks the audio sounds more. The audio makes it real. So because the audio is real, it's different. So now you have to come up with something. You don't have to come to the media and tell the media anything. You understand? Because you're all nobody and no explanation.
I agree on that.
But now using that opportunity in your own as an artist to take your brand or do something about it, that's brilliant. That's genius. And he did that. So what are we talking about?
So you answer my question.
Yes,
yeah,
okay,
I'm just going to leave it like that. I think you answered me professionally. Like
all right.
So back to the Davido part. You answered the Davido part. You answered the first part about saying his personality still in the spotlight.
Right.
Now go back to his music. Do you think all that thing was done because to promote the music?
For
now remember
all the shenanigans, all the other like
the crying and everything was it? Do you?
I don't think that. I don't think. What would you think? I want to ask you that question.
I agree on that part. Me, I don't even think he's doing it for.
I don't think he's doing it for
because I don't think he's doing an album. I have
somebody here that feels indifferent about it, but let's leave that for another topic.
So let me now go back to the main important one.
Okay.
And the main important one is the part I want to have my own 2-3 takes into it. It's the fact of saying a lot of people might not know this. If you go back to a couple of episodes, you will see where me and Big Vic talk about this.
Right.
There was a situation about Omale. Because I know you want to touch it, that's why I want to bring it back so that we can traject into that. There was a time Omale dropped an interview talking about saying somebody stole my style. Somebody stole everything I'm doing. Like I share with these people, and some kind of way they stole it and they messed everything I'm doing. But I don't mind now seeing Omale having a song. After that, I think Omale dropped some singles. Me and you talk about the singles. He was doing great, but we know like there's something going on. Now you said it just now, like the song, we can see the touch of Omale into it. What is your take? Because I know we talked about it back then.
Okay, that was a good one, right?
Yeah.
So you just said it. There was an interview he had, right? He had an interview and he talked about somebody stealing his in the studio. He had a lot of songs and somebody stole his style.
And there's a lot of people in Nigeria that talk about it.
Right, they stole his style and then blah 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 and they used it and okay, good. You see that same style he's talking about, right? It's a new sound. It's Omale's sound. I won't say new, but it's a touch of Omale that he's beginning to. He wants that sound to be international and global. He feels passionate about that song because he feels like he's the only one in that zone, in that sound. He doesn't want anybody to steal that sound. He wants, when you listen to a song like that, this is Omale's kind of sound. You understand? He did it when he started with the Bad Influence during COVID. He was popular with that sound. He took over. He took over during COVID with those his singles. Then that's Omale's sound, and his voice is unique, brilliant. I think he's one of the, for me, in my opinion, is one of the top 10. His style is unique. Nobody has his style and his sound. Okay, so now this same sound that he's just reinventing now, he's bringing back. Okay, he gave it to Davido, right? This is my opinion, right? I felt, they went to the studio, like, yo, I got something cooking up. This is nothing compared to what you got in your album. Like, yo, let's, I'll take this, boom. Davido he had his own.
I'm that guy to reach out to, and I have a lot of team members that would definitely love to work with you. Without not saying too much, if you have that business that you want us to talk about it, reach out to us. If you're an artist, if you are that person that understands the media world, reach out to us. I will definitely work with you too. And to the next time you see me, I'm definitely going to be talking about your business.
I feel, right, that song, Without You, on that Davido album 5, it's going to be one of, if not, Davido's biggest song to date from 5 years from now, 10 years. That song is going to hit 1 billion, Spotify, Apple, anywhere, before any song Davido is going to release in the next 5 years.
Come on, man.
Okay, now let me.
It's a lot. Why would you say, woman? Big V.
I'm telling you, mark my word. Mark my word today.
I'm not saying the song will not hit.
Okay.
Are you saying before 5 years it's going to hit 1 billion?
No, I'm just saying.
Or you saying
the fastest
it's
song.
going to be the fastest song, whatever the
video is whatever is going to drop. Yes, it's going to be the fastest, is what I'm saying.
So that's, you think,
in my opinion,
you're creating wahala with this statement.
For you. But see, there you go. So this is what I'm saying, right? I'm going back to that same song.
You're telling me the sound that Omale gives to
Davido,
the future with Davido, is more like a sound that Davido might not be able to recreate, because it's more like
he can't recreate it now. That's Omale's story. You can't recreate that kind of. No artist can. I'm sorry. They could jump on it and try to do something about it. You understand? And
think Omale would do another one better than that too?
That's a good question. I think he has a lot of arsenal with that same stuff. He has it in his. Going to help him. He has it in his archive.
So we might see something that
we might see a lot of that. Right. He has a lot in that archive. He just took one and gave it.
Wrong to just
right.
And I think that validates his idea too, because
that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Thank you, Daddy. I don't know what they have with Davido, but it's like it reignites his hope about that style.
Yes, I feel like that because Omale believe in that sound and that style than anything else. And I think now the world is beginning to catch up and say, wow, yes, David is a good artist. I mean, David goes heavy on promotion. You understand what I'm saying? That helps a lot. Don't get it twisted. But if you listen to Omale's first verse, I feel like Omale should have laid another verse on that song to make it instant classic for me. My opinion, though, everybody has their own opinion. People will say, oh, it's still classic. I don't know what you're talking about. Great. I'm talking about an instant. It wasn't an instant classic until everybody started catching it. I feel like people was catching it. But if Omale would have had, even till today, I feel like if Omale would have had another verse, like, I'm not saying the song is still, my opinion, is my song of the year. It is my song of the year. And I'm a huge, everybody know I'm a Burna fan. I'm still saying it's my song of the year. I don't care. I don't know what Burna's gonna drop off in his next album or whatever, and we'll come back to the episode and talk about it. I'm like, yo. But right now, as I'm standing, I'm gonna tell you that song is the song of the year, Afrobeat #1 right now. For me, my opinion, is the song of the year. So, Omale has done something with that song. Great. David verse, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I did not like it initially. I'm gonna tell you why. I wouldn't say I did not like. I wasn't
with
too
your
impressed.
verse into it.
Yeah, the church. You know, my church or church now.
So why would you not tell me you didn't like it when your church or church was there?
I'm telling you now because I felt that was the only line that kind of sparked me. Yeah.
But now you don't even lose church or church. Now you're using the other parts. Now you don't have me say, well, I don't even know how Davido catch you.
No, be say catch me. The song was this.
That's Davido's song. He catch you.
I don't go say.
I don't even believe it.
I don't want. I hate to. Let me put it like this. I hate to
say.
Do
you know you can't control?
It's on my list.
No, man. Don't be that, bro. That shit is on Davido's album.
I agree.
It's Davido. What do you think?
I agree.
Why do you think?
But I'll give more credit to Omale. Let me put it like that. I like his verse. I like David's verse, though. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'll give him more credit.
I think one thing we have to just understand at the end of the day is,
right.
It's a good thing that we are having people that they are really now talking about it, in the sense that people can understand who we are through our music. We're having things where people don't even know us, but now we're having a conversation to know that we can do things, we can sing in the sense that the world can listen to us.
Okay.
Now, the one thing I want to add to it is this, in a short way, because we're rounding this particular episode. What would you say to the person that stole the idea? Remember, there's a story behind it. What is your take now for those people?
Okay.
There's something I asked you
right.
then.
Okay.
Back then, I don't think you remember that. I told you back then that you want me to remind you, or you just want to talk about it. I'll remind you what I said.
Go ahead and remind me.
Now, when I told you back then, I said when somebody shares something with you, remember I told you that, and you're like, Baba, you know me now. I said, do you understand the psychological effect it would take that person to do it all over again? Yes. You know how many months it took Omale to have Davido to do this again? Now, how do you think in the music industry? I don't want to go into that part.
Okay,
sure.
Go ahead.
Just remind you.
Okay.
The main thing I want you to answer is, what is your advice to people in the music industry back home? Like, what would you like to see now with what Omale was able to do? What is your take on that particular round thing about everything? That's just what I'm saying. So the person that stole the idea, thinking to use it.
I mean, we don't know. He didn't come out and say and mention the name. That's one thing. That's one thing. We gotta give credit to Omale. Omale was professional about it. He didn't snitch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, listen, somebody came and they stole my song and blah blah blah. Whoever that is, there's speculations. We don't know. We're not gonna speculate. All right. So I feel his sound is his sound. You know when an artist believe in their sound, right? And they believe nobody in this world can do this except me. You understand? They know they have that God's given gift. Like, nobody can touch this. Nobody can do this better than me. This is me. This is what God created me to do. Omale has that in his sound, right? And he still believes in it. So he knows if somebody steals it, he can't do it better than him. So why am I stressing on that? I could go back to the studio and do the same thing that I know I'm better than this. Like, I could do this. You understand? It's like your recipe now, you're cooking. You understand? You have this recipe that you always use and cook. Nobody can come. Somebody could try your recipe and even add the same amount of salt and pepper and all that. It's still not gonna taste like your food. I don't care how it is. That's how I feel.
So what I would say is we might come back to it in the future, because I think you have a lot to say about Omale. Actually, I do. Because what you're doing, I see a lot of energy towards that conversation. For me, I would talk about whoever that stole the idea of taking that away from the boy. It's a way for you now to understand that ideology is not going to work. So work on it about selling somebody's idea that give them some months that they can't figure themselves out. But once you have it, like you always say, if it's good, you are good. So Omale has it and he has proved it. Now,
no matter what you have, if you have a good food, everybody's gonna eat it. It's good.
You can't take it away.
You can't take that out. So a good song is a good song.
If you enjoy this episode, you can follow us on our social media. On our website is www.ctdaamongblacks.com. And you can check us. We're trajecting to a new way, and part of what we're doing is we're changing our name. So if you check us on YouTube or on any other social media, it's gonna be CTDA Media. So we're moving in that way. You can follow us on our Instagram, on X page, on Facebook. We're now on Facebook too, and you can check us on our Apple Podcasts, on iHeart Radio, on AudioMac, and Spotify. To enjoy this particular episode, the more you stream it, the more you share, you're giving us the opportunity to keep coming back to do this. And to the next episode. Would you like to? All
right. Until next time, I want to thank our audience and thank everybody that's been watching us from day one, be it passing or religiously. We really appreciate you guys. Just keep streaming us, keep watching. Until next time, we say peace and love as we continue to do what? Connect the dot.
Thank you. We'll see you some more time.